Sure, huh?
I'm going to put these earphones on you, okay?
Okay.
And then scoot
bit
forward
closer
because the
here.
cord is short. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit as close as you possibly can.
There you go.
All right.
Wonderful. Oh, there's water in the way. That's the problem. Okay. So we have Elvy here, and folks, if you're a fan of the show, you know Elvy Musikka. She is one of the 4 remaining patients on the Compassionate Investigative New Drug Program. I was just out with Irv. We did some fishing out in Florida,
Nice.
and he's a fishing master. He's fantastic. How are you doing, Elvy?
I am doing just fine, and I need to get back there and go sailing with him again.
I
He's
know.
Great sales.
Yeah, he's a great
Master.
sailor. Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
yeah.
So Elvy, you're still on the federal program. A lot of people out there, that are new might not realize, yes, there's such a thing as federal medical marijuana. Elvy receives a tin of marijuana from the U.S. government, the same U.S. government that says there's no medical value to marijuana. This is U.S. government medicine. So they've never asked you about it, have they? They've never really wanted to know how well it works.
They make my doctor renew his license every year, and they make him write reports that they never publish because we never have anything negative to write about except when they send me hemp and try to pass it off as marijuana. Then I ended up in the hospital, causing you, the taxpayer, tens of thousands of dollars so I could be blinded a little more.
Yeah, we don't like that at all.
Yeah, it's a funny joke.
But one of the things about you being on this federal program, I know both you and Irv get called on a lot to do testimony in these states that are trying to pass medical marijuana. Have you done any of that lately?
I have done testifying at every state in this country at one time or another, especially in the 90s when I went to every state except Alaska and Hawaii, and I made it to those this millennium to work with this issue.
Excellent. That's fantastic.
And
Now,
then we also took it to Finland and Switzerland and Norway and and the Netherlands. of
what is
course.
what is the reaction you get from folks when they hear your story about it, you being a federal patient?
They're always amazed, and there's always a can't believe it attitude. If they've read about me, then they still can't believe they're meeting me and that I am a person, a real person. And most of the time it's just a shock that the government is sending medical marijuana to 4 of us, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more on their little projects that we don't know anything about. Because I understand that now they have a hydro shop, so they're probably growing some good indoors. But the way they treat it and destroy it by the time we get it, like I said, I lost some sight 2 years ago because of the garbage they sent.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, what about, with Oregon, it looks like we're going to place legalization on the ballot here for 2014, and then Alaska will have it on the ballot too. We could have 4 legal states and still have the federal government saying it's illegal.
Do you know, it's really time that all of you, and I do mean every one of you who is interested in this issue, takes the Substance Control Act and sends copies of it to and underline the areas that we proved in Oregon to the pharmacy board.
Yeah.
That that's a lie, and we should not be punishing. We have so far arrested 25 million of us because we must honor this legacy of a man who left the presidency in disgrace for lack of honesty, and it's called the Substance Control Act. And until that's gone, we will never win this battle, because that's what they use to keep our doctors from being honest, from publishing studies, from even finding the benefits, because they're adhering to their own lie. And the only ones that can stop it is you and I. They
right.
never will. We have to make them do it.
We're speaking with Elvy Musikka. She's one of 4 remaining patients on the Compassionate Investigative New Drug Act. That's federal medical marijuana. And, we just were covering some stuff from National Institutes of Drug Abuse, the people that control your stash.
Yes.
And Nora Volkoff was going out saying there's just not enough research, there's just not enough information. We need more studies. What do you think?
There is absolutely no plant on planet Earth that has been studied and used more than marijuana from the very beginning of time. In fact, now that we have allowed ourselves to study these issues in spite of the lies and misinformation, which, by the way, started in its 6th generation, right? 100 years ago we did this. Now it's a year later. So we're standing in the 6 years of lies and misinformation. You'd think that by now marijuana would have been eradicated, even when they, by changing the name, created a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah.
But even so, there are enough of us who just have been sticking around and working with those laws and just convincing people, because we believe what Jefferson said: enlighten the people generally, and tyranny tyranny and oppression of both mind and body will vanish like
There
evil
you go.
spirits at the dawn of day.
There you go. And I
So-
believe Jefferson also said, if we allow the government to control the foods we eat and the medicines we take, our souls will be as sorry as those lost to tyranny.
That's right, and that's exactly where we're at, and it's up to us to change that and to remind our legislators that that to arrest anyone for choosing a wiser bud is the epitome of hypocrisy. But to arrest a patient for choosing the creator's work, that's blasphemy. I am on the road because when I found out we were arresting 300,000, I think that's been out more than a couple of decades ago.
That's a while ago.
I decided I didn't want any part of the karma that has to come back to people who treat other people the way we treat our citizens.
Hear, hear.
We cannot create that kind of karma without trying to resolve it, because if we're not the solution, then we are the problem.
That's
and
right.
I thank you for all your efforts. I'm here having this party and hoping to have a lot of fun with you this weekend.
Yes.
Because High Times was always behind us when other organizations would not take me seriously after I won my case in Florida, which, by the way, that established a medical defense for that state.
That's right.
26 years ago. And after that, I was able, the public was so involved in my case. We harassed everybody so badly that the DA had to let go. Norman threatened to sue them.
Yes.
They'd already lost to Robert Randall. That's how I became the first woman to join this program. That's when it happened. But it was thanks to all of you. And then the follow-up, many of the big groups would not take me seriously because I didn't even know what the heck cannabis was, okay? What was hemp? I was in a state of shock when I started, and someone read me The Emperor Wears No Clothes. That was it. That was the end of any sane life. When the doctor had given me a record, well, he said, if you don't start smoking marijuana, you will go blind, in 1975, what he did was handed me a ticket on a roller coaster ride that has never ended.
Yeah.
Goes up and down, and that's how I get to meet all of you, because sooner or later I'm lucky enough to work with you, and together we're just part of a puzzle that's bringing out the most beautiful side you could ever imagine. And to me, it really began in 1996 when the light of truth broke through the dark light of ignorance, when you Californians put medical marijuana on the ballot.
That's right.
We've never stopped working with you ever since, and with everyone else that's working on this issue. And there's got to be hundreds of thousands of all. We would not have 23 states already, and 2 of them totally legal, as it should be.
That's right. Looking forward to it. Elvy Musikka, one of 4 federal medical marijuana patients, and also a fine singer. How's your musical career going?
Yeah, I haven't done too much lately, but I'm going around singing things like, thank you for the sunshine and the showers and the love that brings the flowers growing in my world today.
Yeah.
Thank you for the hands that tend the garden, save the seed and gently guard them when destruction comes their way, like the DEA. Anyway, it goes on.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Elvy,
you.
for joining us. We appreciate seeing you every time. We'll see you back in Oregon.
Yes, you will.
And good luck on everything.
All right, we'll talk some
take
more.
it
I want to
easy.
know more about your initiatives, because I know Paul's didn't make it.
Yes, we've got the New Approach Initiative. It looks like it's going to qualify. It's you can take an ounce away from the home. In the home, you can have an ounce of concentrates, 8 ounces of weed, 16 ounces of edibles, 72 ounces of tinctures. You can grow 4 plants per household. You can get a commercial license for $12.50 at 3 different levels. You're not limited. You don't have to be vertically integrated. You can get 1 license or 2 licenses or all 3, and a flat $1.25 a gram tax.
Okay, that's for recreational or for the medical?
That's recreational. That's the
Oh,
recreational
okay.
side.
Oh, okay.
On the
Oh,
medical
so this
side, but
initiative
it
is-
doesn't affect
awesome.
the legalization one does not affect the medical one.
Well, we better get out there and
Yeah.
put that one in. We need to join them. We should have done it the last time, but it's
I
not too
agree.
late. Yes, I will work with you, Russ, and everyone else. Please,
All
let's
right.
get it done.
Thank you, Elvy, so much.
Thank you.